Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. I wanted to just share my thoughts on originalstraightnochaser revealing some information about Arionne that honestly I am not surprised about, and I even alluded to before as well, just based on my feelings of what I see with this attachment, because it's not a relationship, it's an attachment that Martel and Arionne have, that Arionne has definitely had hands laid on her by this clown, but because of the hate that this person, that in my eyes I view as a petulant child, has for the ex-wife of the man that she just will not let go of, that he still isn't claiming, she's not going to admit it to those that matter. And I'm not saying that what she admitted to originalstraightnochaser doesn't matter, but you know what I mean by that. I'm saying she's not going to report it to authorities and have anything done against him for what he's done to her, because she feels that her being with this man continuously, just pretty much having sex with him because it's not a relationship, that somehow that's hurting and damaging Melody. And it's so ridiculous. This is 2024. How long has this been going on now? That she has been sleeping with this person and she's got this soul tie that she refuses to grow up, do something spiritually to disconnect herself from this person. And even though they have a child together, just allowing him to be a father to the child and not doing the things that they've been doing for all of these years, because it's not going to get her anywhere. But I'm not surprised by that. But I wanted to talk about this because I know that she did some content a few days ago. I literally just had the opportunity to check it out. I've had so much stuff going on in my life in the past couple of days, and I've been wanting to get to creating some content and just share my views on some things, but life has just literally been doing what it does. But when I listened to it, nothing there was shocking or surprising, but I am glad that she revealed it, and that's basically the gist of what I wanted to have this conversation about. I know that there were a lot of people, and still are, a lot of people that are angry with Tasha K for giving him the space to just sit there and literally bash Melody on such a large platform. And he felt like he was doing something substantial by doing that because she has such a large platform. And he wanted to make sure he was going to a large platform because, no offense, when he went to do the interview on Queen Sheba's YouTube channel last year, whenever that was, she doesn't have a large platform in terms of what a lot of people consider large, right? The majority of the people that follow Queen Sheba are people that have the same mindset as her and are followers of Melody and watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, because Queen Sheba's admitted that she is a millimeter. Tasha K definitely is not a millimeter, even though some people feel like she hates Melody. I don't believe she hates Melody. I believe she is indifferent to Melody. And there are a whole lot of content creators out here like that, because not everybody is on the bandwagon or or in the club of calling themselves a millimeter. They may like some things about her, they may dislike some things about her. And then you have, on the other hand, originalstraightnochaser, who some people felt like she hated Melody, and she came out and admitted, she said, I never hated Melody. I didn't like some things that she did to me before, and I could admit that. So I was upset about that. I can respect somebody being honest about things like that, right? And two, for her, I don't believe it's personal either, because some people felt like she and Arionne were friends in some way because she was sitting and having these conversations with this girl. But as we know, she couldn't have really been a friend if she put those recordings out there of the conversations that she's had with her. But I'm saying all of this to say, bloggers are not these people's friends. And even the ones who may feel like they are so closely connected because they may have Melody following them or Melody liking their content, whatever, that's cool. But You're not friends. These people are not friends. But Tasha K, she was doing what she does. She is a controversial vlogger. And because of the type of person that he is, and because of what he did stupidly, but honestly, to Melody's benefit, which I believe is something that helped him to be able to have charges pressed against him, get the warrant for his arrest, and then he ultimately was arrested and will be prosecuted for what he did. He went and did an interview on someone's YouTube channel that admittedly is a follower of Melody. So even though I don't believe she went into it with any bias, he felt like she did. And so with that being said, he's never going to do that ever again. So Tasha K could not do anything with him and have him feeling like she was on Melody's side or she was going to stand up for Melody. Because I've even seen some people that made comments with regards to the difference, because Tasha K allowed this chick who claimed that she was having an inappropriate relationship with Pastor John Gray. She admitted that they've never done anything physical, but they've been exchanging a lot of things digitally. And Tasha K allowed the chick to speak and go on and on and on. And then ultimately at the end of it, Tasha K, she kind of gave her the business. And she was like, look, like, I don't really know what your end goal is with this, but you knew that he was a married man and this and that and the other and yada, yada, yada. And I commended her for that, because Tasha K was like, I'm also a wife. And even though this man has issues, and you know that he has issues because this is nothing that he has not done before. Like, why would you continue to do it? And then it seems like now that you're angry about something, now you want to come out here and expose it. I commended, them for that. But some people feel like, well, if she could do that, then why would she sit there and interview Martell? Because it's for money and views. She did not do it because she is friends with Martell. She's admitted, I'm not friends with anybody out here. This is what I do for a living. I may respect some people. I may be cool with some people, but at the end of it all, what matters is me, my family, and what I do for my business so that we can do what we have to do. And the same goes for Original Straight No Chaser. So Arionne stupidly believed that this woman was her friend, so she felt like she had a safe space to sit and bash Melody. And same goes for Martell. He felt like he had a safe space for him to sit and bash Melody while being interviewed by Tasha K. And Tasha K, she did not just allow him to just say, okay, come in and I'm just going to sit here and watch you, and you just go ahead and trash Melody. And even though she may have asked some questions or said some things that some people felt were disrespectful to Melody, everything that Tasha K was doing was strategic. Because look, this is going to get him in more trouble. And I don't know about the doxing situation, because I already talked about that. And I said I did see what I thought were all of the receipts on the app when I went to the resources tab, but I didn't see anything with the personal information, because I had to download the items, and because there were so many links and the links had all of these long names, I wasn't going to look at each name to make sure that, oh, I already got that one, I didn't get that one, let me go, because I didn't really care. It wasn't that big of a deal to me to say, oh, I need to get these receipts. The only reason why I downloaded them was because when I clicked on them, it wouldn't allow you to it didn't open up. Like normally, if you just click on a link and it just opens, it said, do you want to open this in Instagram? And I'm like, what? Why would I do that? So I held onto it, and the text messages downloaded as photos, and the video files, I had to text them to myself so that I can view them on my phone as a text message. So I didn't see any personal information of Melody's, but apparently somebody said, or some people are saying that it was there. So if that was there, that was wrong. And he's going to pay the price for it. But yeah, these vloggers are not their friends. And even though Tasha K may have, and she's admitted, she's like, I said some things and does some things and I'm paying the price for it now. I don't believe that she's doing things like that moving forward to try to be in more trouble. But she did allow Martell to continue to put his foot in it. And she knew that he could not come to someone, or he would refuse, I would say. He would refuse to come and sit down with someone that he felt like was Team Melody, because he already did that and he sees where that got him. But we know he's a dummy. So him thinking that him going to sit with Tasha K and she's just asking him regular questions about Melody. Oh, no, F that. I'm not saying nothing nice about her. I'm not saying nothing nice about her. That's him doing that dumb stuff. You know what I mean? Because she was basically just trying to ask him questions like, what initially attracted you to her, and this and that, and that type of stuff. He couldn't even go there. That's just how much anger this narcissist has, that he cannot even have a regular conversation about her anymore, because he's so hell-bent on trying to damage and destroy her, because he feels like, and not even just he feels like, he knows that his life is damaged and because of his own actions utterly on the brink of destruction. So he's willing to do whatever to try to do the same to her. And I heard that he was commenting on people's comments when it was one of the things was shared on Instagram, I believe either on the Shade Room or the Neighborhood Talk. And he was pretty much admitting that he's not going to stop. Dummy. So he clearly did not have a real PR person, whoever that person was that came out and made that statement after he was arrested. That was probably just somebody that he paid a one-time fee to post a statement out there for him, because it was reported on all of these different outlets like TMZ and things like that, right? So he couldn't just not say anything, I guess, or say something on his own volition and sound like the idiot that he is. So that's clearly someone that he just paid a one-time fee to put a statement out there, because if he had a real PR person, he would not be doing all of these things. The interview would have never happened. He would not be out here windmilling in the social media comment sections as people are talking about this situation and saying that he's not going to stop. Okay? So I don't believe that he is going to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore, and rightfully so, because I've been saying cancel him. I've been saying fire him. It needs to happen, and I'm happy to hear about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, with that being said, I just wanted to talk about the fact that, no, these vloggers, they are not so stupidly biased to be on a Martel and Arionne's side. Yes, there are definitely a lot of vloggers that are on Melody's side, but even if those people call themselves millimeters, I just believe that they just see how horrible this person has been, and they're on the side of right, so much to the point that they're actually calling themselves millimeters, and they will report as much as possible. And that's fine. If people want to do that and they've got the time to do it, I'm really okay with that, because I'm subscribed to a number of them. I watch a good bit of their content when I have the opportunity to. That's fine. This is not the only thing that I talk about. So, with that being said, I just wanted to say that Tasha K and Original Straight No Chaser, they definitely are not friends of Martel and Arionne. For them, this is work. This is just another day in the office for them. So Original Straight No Chaser being smart enough to have these conversations with Arionne, allowing Arionne to let her guard down and just let her speak and saying all these things, and she has it on recording, I'm absolutely 100% here for it. Tasha K, even though when I originally saw that interview was upcoming, because when I got the notification on the app with the picture of her and him, and it said coming soon, martellholt X Tasha K or whatever it was that she posted, at first I was like, why, Tasha, why? And then, after a moment of just feeling disgusted, I said, you know what? I get it. This is business for her. She knows it's going to get a lot of views. It's going to get a lot of engagement. That is for sure. And when I tell you it's gotten a lot of engagement, It's gotten a lot of engagement. It's still getting comments to this day. At this point, it's got almost 900 comments. Okay. And so 97% of those comments are against him. And then you got the 3% who ridiculously are getting their panties wet because they think he's attractive. I was having a conversation about him yesterday with someone, and we were just saying how unattractive he is to us. And the character of him is what makes him even more unattractive. I don't see anything attractive about him, but hey, to each their own. But unfortunately, some people, they fall for the charisma, which is the persona that people put out there. So him wearing the suits and trying to look clean cut and going to the gym and all being all about appearance. A lot of narcissists are like that, right? But the character is who a person really is. And if people could mature and learn to be drawn to the character of a person versus the charisma, you would really cut down on a lot of the issues that people have. And that's why, unfortunately, Melody is to the point where she has 4 children with a man that she actually has said out of her own mouth she wishes that she had her children with someone else. So, yeah, she fell for the charisma of this person. And the character was what she should have really been paying attention to, because now this is the outcome. And I'm not saying it's her fault, but I'm just basically saying that this is like a learning example for other people. So this really is a case study for a lot of women to do your best to try to avoid males like this. They're not really men, they're males. They're males. They have, the parts that God gave them to be able to reproduce with a woman to create children. But there really is nothing mature or manly about them. And I see the same characteristics in Marceau and in Maurice. They're just disgusting. Love and Marriage Huntsville really is a joke of a show at this point in time. And in my personal opinion, I feel like that's why Carlos King spends so much more time on other topics like Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and just Love and Hip Hop, the people he's interviewing on from these other platforms and things like this, and spending so much more time being an interviewer and a blogger. He is a blogger. I know he don't really care for that title, but he is a blogger. He's a blogger at this point. You might have the credit and the title of being an executive producer as well, and producer and creative shows. Like he says he loves to create stars. Okay, fine. But you're also a blogger. And Love and Marriage Huntsville really is a joke. I am disgusted when I see the males, for the most part, that are a part of this platform. The show should not be called Love and Marriage. It's a joke. And it's a turnoff for a lot of people who are not married, who think that this is what marriage is supposed to be. It really isn't. But yeah, Tasha K, Original Straight No Chaser, and, a lot of other bloggers. These people are not friends of these people that are on the show. And I feel that if people could try to keep their boundaries and not take stuff, you should care. You should definitely be concerned and all of that other stuff. But I do believe that, there are a few people that might take things a bit too personally and a bit too far. I get that. But you just have to learn how to be aware, be careful, be prayed up and concerned and all of those things from a safe distance, and not trying to get too wrapped up. And I'm speaking like that because I know that there was a blogger that was trying their best to, try to get close to Melody, and the person, they got a little bit too far over the line, and then Melody had to call the person out and whatever. And, check the heart of a persons and people, check your own hearts and your own motives. I don't believe Tasha K ever had a motive to try to destroy Melody. It was to get the views, get the engagement, and allow this person that she has called a liar to come out here and say whatever he's going to say and let the chips fall where they may when it comes to him. Because as we know, things don't always work out That way, when people come on her platform and say what they want to say, and then someone else wants to try to hold the interviewer responsible. She said a long time ago, she doesn't pay people to do interviews, because if someone were to come at her and say, well, you paid this person, they said that you paid them, then they could say, well, you paid them to say what they say. They didn't really mean it. So she's like, no, I don't pay people to do interviews. You might get your flight accommodations or whatever, or something like that, but I'm not paying you to do the interview. So, with that being said, she's called Martell a liar before. Original Straight No Chaser has called Arionne a dummy and stupid and all those other things before as well. But because they felt like they had a safe space to come to speak to people that didn't like Melody either, at least that's what they thought, and they didn't remember that this is business for them, it's not personal, then now they're caught out there. And what has been said has been said, and there's no taking it back. So I really can't wait to see where all of this falls for them, because Arionne and Hotel, they really do deserve each other. And I don't feel sorry for her, meaning Arionne, at all. Some people try to give her some grace and feel sorry for her. I do not feel sorry for her. That person that in my eyes I see and view as a child, even though I know she has children and she's not a child, there's something off where she's just extremely immature. And I can't view her as a woman. I really don't. But I do believe that the vloggers, Tasha K and Original Straight No Chaser, they knew exactly what they were doing when they have allowed these people to speak to them. They allow them to have their guards down, so they're not going to go to someone that they feel is team male or whatever, So this is why we're able to get the information that we are now getting. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it because he's just digging a deeper hole for himself. And it's well-deserved. It is 100% well-deserved. So, guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful. And now I'm going to say bye.
Wonder if we maybe were mistaken. Don't want to talk, don't want to see